Other than that, those are just a few reports from my end. Again, if you have any questions, don't hesitate to shoot me an email. Again, go to lunchtime at Hot Topics, or give me a holler. And again, there's the lunchtime at KSDE.org if you have any questions about what I just shared with you. Next, we're going to move into some teacher licensure information, and that's going to be the most intelligent Susan Helbert. She's now at the wheel.
And now my picture is gone. I'm going to tell you a little bit about the easiest way to find the information that you need on licensing. We get, as Brad indicated, we get that call quite a bit. I can't find your applications. Where are they? I know I'll lose you if I try to go too deep into this. So hopefully by showing you 3 or 4 main links, you'll be able to figure out how to access all the information you need from those. So we're going to switch to showing you KSDE.org. This is going to be live. The image that you see may be fairly small. So if it is, you can increase the size of it, but I think we now have it up at full size. So you should be seeing KSDE.org on your screen right now. So there's a multiple ways to access the different web pages. But the easiest way to get to licensure from KSDE.org is under the popular resources, you see a direct link to licensure. That's the most direct way. And if you click on that link, it opens up the teacher licensure and accreditation homepage. And we are about more than just licensure. So accreditation, Kansas Volunteer Commission, evaluations, all of that information is on our homepage. But today my purpose is to get you to the important licensure areas that you need to do. The first hint is that on the licensure homepages, we always have announcements first. So on everything, you need to scroll down. The announcement section is the way for us, the most direct way to provide you with what's new, some basic information. So currently you see that we have some graphics. Clicking on the image of those graphics will open those up to a readable version. But that's important news about different options for getting people into the classroom, and some always important regulation changes. So we have fingerprint requirement information there. This section here, how to print your license, that's important. We haven't mailed licenses for over 2 years, but people are still not aware of that. Okay, so moving down, you begin to see a list of links under different columns. And obviously this is the licensure column. And probably the most important link that you'll need to remember, if you remember nothing else, is that very first link called License Applications. And that will take you to many of the other important things. So clicking on License Applications, again, there's announcements mostly about the fingerprint requirements and some tips. And once you scroll through the announcements, you begin to see a list of all of our application forms. Before I go into that, if you'll notice on the right-hand side, there's a list of all the licensure consultants. So these are the people, you see my name listed first. We're the ones that can help answer your questions about licensing, whether it be the right application, the requirements, anything you need to know. You can see we have our email addresses as well as our the phone numbers for the licensure consultants. So don't hesitate to give us a call. So remember, we went to license applications. Here's the list of our application forms. And you'll notice that Form 1 is the form that if you've done anything through a Kansas college or university, that's the form that you're going to need to fill out. The important thing to remember on these forms, you can see there's apply online. So if this is an online, everything is done totally online, you'll see that link. Clicking on that link will take you to the page that you can log into and fill out the form. Some of them you'll see are print here. That means when you open that link, you can actually print off the form, fill it out, and send it in. And then there's another one that looks like this: review the requirements and access the form. So this is what, as we post new ones, this is an attempt to click on this. You can read the requirements, and then this one happens to be fill it in and print it off and mail it. So apply online application process. The others are either fill in and print and mail it, or they're a print only. The other thing to notice on this page is that if you do need to order a fingerprint card, or if you're you can't figure out how to find out where to print your license, the link to license lookup is here, and also testing information. So that's that's a demonstration that you can arrive at things multiple ways. So remember, we went from KSDE homepage to the licensure homepage. And I'm going to go back to the licensure homepage. So you should recognize this now. So we're back where we started. The other important link is license lookup. Remember, we haven't mailed out or issued licenses for a couple of years. This is the link that you go to do multiple things. You can track the status of your application. This is where you would go to actually print and or save a PDF of your license. And it's also where you can go to check if you need fingerprints, or just to check what the requirements are to renew or upgrade the type of license that you hold. And I'm not going to go through this process, but it's simple. You do your last name and either your social security number or your educator ID, and then you perform the search function, and that opens up your records. Okay, so we've looked at license applications, how to find license lookup. I'm closing this window, and I'm back at the TLA homepage, easily recognized by the graphics. And the other thing that I want to show you is simply, we get the question a lot, I want to complete a program to be a building leader or a school counselor, or I want to add a special ed endorsement, but how do I know who offers those programs? Those types of questions. The way that you can find that is under Educator Preparation, the Approved Program link. By clicking on that, you can look at the programs by institution, or you can look up and say, I want to see school counselor, and it will give you a list. But really the important thing that I want to show you on this homepage, on this particular page, besides that, is it has contact information for all of the different universities at the bottom of the page. So if you want to work with Baker, for example, you can pull down and you can find the specific contact information for Baker. Going back, one more thing, to the licensure homepage. Remember, this one. A lot of individuals are adding endorsements based on testing, so you can add a new teaching endorsement just by passing the appropriate test. You can't do that for special ed or early childhood or elementary, but they don't know how to find test information. You'll notice that there's a link to testing information under the licensure column, and there's also a link under post-secondary or educator preparation. This is all you need to remember, because if you click on that link, it takes us to a Kansas-specific page in Educational Testing Service, and their page is like ours. Remember, there's announcements at the top, and then you can go down and you can locate the entire list of tests that Kansas requires. So if you want to add a biology test, that's a secondary endorsement, so you would click on secondary education. There's a list of all the tests. So here's biology. Clicking on this, the name of the test itself gives you the information that you need to know about that test. And I'll open this one link. It takes you to a test prep and a study companion. And then registering for the test is available at any of these links on this. So for testing information, all you really have to remember is, oh, that's a link under licensure or under educator preparation. That's as deep as I want to go into the website today. Again, the main thing, the easiest way to get to licensure from KSDE.org is the popular resources link to licensure. And then from there, remember to scroll down and you can see the various links. There's multiple ways to arrive at that, but if you get stuck within the system, remember that you can always find your way back by clicking onto the agency logo, which will take you back to KSDE.org, or on any of the pages, teaching and learning, there's educator licensure, will take you back to our homepage also. So hopefully that will help you locate application forms, license lookup, university information. And remember, from our homepage, I didn't point this out earlier, there's contact information. It has leadership contacts, but you can also click on this link and open up that same list of contact information for the licensure consultants that I showed you from the applications homepage. And this also, by the way, if you can find this page, you can find our license operator general number, which is 296-2288. They can direct any licensure call that you have. That's answered 8 to 5 every day by several operators. If you have questions, this is my contact information, and then you've seen if you have other questions in general, the contact for any other general questions.
All right. Well, thanks, Susan. Thanks, everybody. I hope there were one or two or a few things today that may have brought a little clarity or something new that you didn't know. Hope everybody had a great Thanksgiving holiday, and I believe we may be on one more time before Christmas break, but if not, I hope everybody has great holidays. We appreciate everything that you do, and if there's anything that we can do to help you, don't hesitate to call, email, and again, shoot us your questions. And even if there's things that you'd like for us to include in one of our next topics, let us know that too. With that said, we appreciate everybody tuning in, and we'll be seeing you later. Bye.